and get away with it. They said, well, because the 9 pieces of crap I do allow me to do the one good movie. What you do is you don't do anything but the good movies, and don't get any, and they won't even offer you the bad movies. And then all of a sudden, you have Charlie Heston, he's past the middle age mark, and all of a sudden his body of work just starts going up. Before then, it was nothing. All of a sudden it goes up. Because he discovered, if I make a lot of crappy movies, they'll let me have a good role. Because I'm box office. So that's what happens to people. Some of the great actors, what's his name? Jimmy Stewart did 55 movies, I think, in his entire career. The Marx Brothers only did about 10, 15. People think, I saw Gene Autry. Gene Autry was forever on the movies. No, he was in the movies from 1932 to 1954. And of that, 4 years were World War II. He has a very limited body of work. I mean, Bill Cassidy, was the William Boyd. Played Bill Cassidy in the Hopalong Cassidy movies. He had like 500-600 things in his life, because that's what you do. And this is, so it's just. It's a never-changing business, but some things remain the same, which the people at the business side can't understand it. She's business, she doesn't understand it. I am entertainment, and I just don't get shook up about the fact that, I will get shook up somewhat this afternoon when I have to figure out where the hell the money's coming from. But
I know, that's why our stomachs are all turning.
But right now, I'm not concerned until later today. Then when she basically commits everything.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready to.
Yeah, she's getting ready to do the commitment. But we've already, it's called, sometimes in this world, there are things that are meant to happen. We went into the wrong floor. We don't generally never go into this one floor in a shopping center. As we're walking by the thing, we see an offshoot of one of the companies we've been talking about sponsorship with, which we did not know exist, which is actually a better fit for us at where we're going than the people we're talking to. And that's just being in the right spot at the right time. So, and then another thing, like we're talking with the networks, the network thing that's going to talk to us about supplying material, they didn't come in right. I mean, we were sitting there, we were actually eating lunch talking about the business. We were there a long time eating lunch. I mean, really a long time, like 6, 7 plates, actually 7, 8 plates of food, while we're eating at the buffet. And we went over the emails, continually looking at stuff coming in.
I know.
I get back to my place, and there's an email like at 10-something in the morning. We had been over every email we got, and it came in back behind everything. So telling us that we'd actually hit the jackpot and didn't know about it. So. But, so
we're like, I know, and I'm sitting here listening to him and sitting there thinking about mine. Oh, we should contact them.
Yeah, I need to contact more people, because we actually, I'm going to tell people right now, you have a better opportunity of seeing things you've never seen done before at the Cannes Film Festival March to Cinema with us than you do other people, because we have a god-awful large base of people that we know.
I know.
That are basically, we have invites to go to premieres in Cannes. And, we could actually follow some of the people around in the process.
Well, it makes it totally...
Yeah. It's because we do have a personal relationship with a lot of people. And this, I'm getting ready to push buttons about talking to people that I know, too, about getting us more chances. Let's put it this way, there are 10,000 executives there wanting to talk about product they have, and there's probably that many actors there that are going to be wanting to talk about the projects they've done.
True.
So there's if you utilize it right, you could have more material done at one time than you've ever seen done in the history of the industry. That's what we can offer, because we are tremendously flexible, and our equipment, like the people over at the Discovery Channel, or our 3Net, what they're calling it, if they were in charge of the television industry, there'd have been no network television until Masterpiece Theater had been invented, because the people want only the best. We don't want to go on the air until we have absolutely the best. So I got a thing in the paper, we got both things yesterday from a company. They filmed a 3D series, they back-ended it. They used DSLR cameras, folks. They back-ended it.
I know, they sat there and talked about, part of it is we were looking at it and we're like, Yeah, that was not a regular, that
Yeah.
was not a traditional 3D. Because we can tell because we use it.
We use 3D
We
equipment.
understand the capabilities of 3D equipment
The good 3D
versus
equipment
making
is,
2D and turning it into
good
3D.
3D equipment is point and shoot.
Yeah.
It's basically, I mean, if, like this one, I can walk up, I can walk back, I'm never out of focus. You know, you can do this and do that. It's basically the way it's set up. But what they're doing now is they can 3D, I've talked to the people at CES, they can 3D any piece of equipment you have. They can make it, you can put a lens, you can put a double lens on it, which is what one of the things we were going to buy that. You can't get your hands on that, folks. We were going to go get some Sony equipment yesterday. You can't get your hands on it. Hey, Sony people, we went to buy your equipment and we couldn't get our hands on it yesterday. We were going to buy it, but it isn't available. So you just screwed up on that one. We wanted a Panasonic lens, a Panasonic lens to fit on, you know, basically what a converter would fit on everything. I can't find where it's available. You know, so that's the whole trick. So we're going to be doing things different. We're going to be producing, right now we have multiple 3D cameras in different sizes. We are hopefully going to pick up another one Monday no matter what, because one of the dealerships that does have them sits down the street. And we're all going to be getting new software, which basically, you know, everybody does back end their 3D stuff. They may not tell you that, but they do all back end it. And they say, well, you know, that you can tell the difference between a movie that's been back ended and a movie that was shot for it.
We can tell.
Yeah, but if you can't tell if it's an action movie,
Yeah.
cannot tell if it's an action movie because the action is all around you. Except for the very fact that you know that there's some, go look at Tron, folks. Tron is a combination of 2D and 3D and a lot of back ending. If you got these little figures all over the place and the little figures grow on you, that's back end artwork. If you got the little figure just staying constant here and a big figure there and a big figure is doing this and the little figure is staying constant, that's called back ending. But that's what we're doing. We're going on and on and on to tell you. So I know. So
I know, we're so right.
I know. I'm okay. Part of it, like I said, I've been in the industry since 1948. Actually, before that, but I can honestly tell people I was in the business before I was born. So you know, I was sort of like this big bump. I made my debut as a bump. So, yeah, I really made my debut as a bump. Then I didn't work as a bump for a while, so, well, because I was a bump and it was only about this big, so I had to be big enough to dance with Elizabeth Taylor. Because I could dance and she couldn't.
Okay, so anyway, we're getting ready for the Conspel Festival.
I know, I name drop. I had 40 seconds on the screen. You know, I spent weeks doing stuff.
You did, but the 40 seconds were in 4 different movies. No, but that's a big deal. It's 4 different movies.
40 seconds and 4, and I really came in and did a lot of work.
Yeah, but a lot of people, it's like, you know, like I had a friend, he ended up in this great big movie, but he wasn't on there, but his voice was.
I know. I know another guy. I know another guy.
A lot of times they end up on the cutting room floor.
Oh, God.
Or they just pan and
I know a guy that was, they did, what are these, they did a big blue green screen movie, and they were going to make him be a kid. They replaced him entirely after he did the entire movie. They left his character in, changed his voice, because the guy that makes a living as a voice person on cartoons for children didn't sound young enough, and the kid looked too old. So they gave the kid's voice to the adult, and it really made sense. So he was somewhat pissed. He's out doing all the advertisement for it, and then they took him out of the movie. They just, said, body double. Body double. He went from a star to body double. I mean, you don't, because that's all he became was a body double. So, but like I said, hopefully very shortly you're gonna see us over at, we'll be doing our thing on getting ready to go to the airport.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing our thing when we get to the festival. We still don't know what day we're leaving or what flight we're gonna be on, because we backed it up a little bit as we're waiting for.
We're waiting for the stuff to come in.
Yeah. So, and we went out yesterday looking for equipment to see if we could get our hands on it.
It actually wasn't all there.
Which we couldn't do, so thank you, Sony.
What?
We could not get our hands on the equipment
Part
yesterday.
of it is the equipment we want is so new that
it's not available. But it is in their catalogs.
Well, Well, they don't have the official ship date probably.
Yeah, they, it's in their catalog, sales catalog that was sent out, but, oh, yeah, I think we have, oh, no, all we have is the display models. Well, big deal, display model doesn't do you any good if you can't get your hand on it, and then they didn't even have, okay, what? The Sony 3D Bloggy, a 3D Bloggy? Well, yeah, it's in your catalog, it is? Yeah, that's the problem going on with, you don't think that Sony hasn't got a problem across the board?
Well, you know, part of it is this is the beginning of May, and so the stuff is just starting to come out because of Mother's Day, Father's Day. Although, I would have thought they would have had it out for the week of Mother's Day.
I know, I can raise my hand. What about CES in January?
Okay.
What about last month at NAB?
Okay. So
what about the catalog they sent us last month? It's not, they don't even know what's in the catalog at the sales store, so Sony screwed up.
Well, no, actually, sometimes those people are like the last to find out.
Well, we've been in the Sony and they don't...
I worked retail before and they find out maybe the day that it goes on sale or from the customers.
Put it this way, you should not go into the store and have to explain to the person in the store how the equipment works.
Well, actually we do that for many different companies.
I know. So until next time, this is Oldecam.
And this is not a spring chicken. We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow for more information. You can always go to
www.montybubbles.net, and I'm getting ready. I actually didn't my software I needed for my website either. I was going to have my website all changed for the film festival.
And wherever you're watching us, subscribe to us, follow our daily newscast in 3D, and thank you once again for over 40 million links on the internet.
And wherever our software is, please deliver it.